Now let us see what are the problems from unit 2. Generally numerical problems can be asked from unit 2. Those were related to geometric design of an railway track. Generally it revolves around curves. We need to calculate super elevation, transition length, maximum permissible speed. There is a most probable chances of asking a question in the long marks, either for 5 marks or for 10 marks from unit 2. So let us see the problems which are likely to be asked from unit 2. Okay, so we'll start with first one. So here is the question: calculate the super elevation and the maximum permissible speed. MPS stands for maximum permissible speed for a 2-degree broad gauge transition curve. Calculate the super elevation and maximum permissible speed for a 2-degree broad gauge transition curve on a high speed route with a maximum sanctioned speed of 110 km per hour. The speed for calculating equilibrium super elevation as decided by chief engineer is 80 km per hour and the booked speed of goods train is 50 km per hour. Okay, so first of all let us write what is the data given. Solution: given data, degree of curve 2 degree. We need to find out radius. Okay, so first step is nothing but calculation of radius from degree of curve. Okay, the first step is calculation of radius. R is nothing but 1750 by d. This is nothing but formula to find radius, or you can say the relationship between degree of curve and radius of curve. Okay, we will be using radius. R stands for radius. R stands for radius. Radius, the relationship between degree and radius is nothing but dr is equal to 1750 by d. So now let us calculate d, that is nothing but 1750 divided by degree is nothing but 2. So we will substitute 2. The answer is nothing but 1750 divided by 2, 875. You can see 875. Radius will always in meters. See, these units are very much important. Now generally we need to calculate maximum permissible speed. Maximum permissible speed is nothing but it is least of maximum sanction speed. Generally maximum permissible speed is least of the following, that is nothing but maximum sanction speed, maximum or safe speed over the curve, and generally it is the least of the two. So we need to calculate this. So for that, first we need to find out super elevation at equilibrium speed. So step 2 is nothing but super elevation for equilibrium speed. Super elevation for equilibrium speed. The formula for super elevation is nothing but E is nothing but GV square by 127 R. The formula for super elevation is nothing but GV square by 127 R. Here G is nothing but dynamic gauge. Here G is nothing but dynamic gauge. It has this value should be in mm. Substitute in mm. Okay. V is nothing but velocity, that should be substituted in kilometer per hour. R should be substituted in meters. R is nothing but radius. It should be substituted in meters. See, this is nothing but in transportation engineering too. Generally, as I have explained it earlier also, these are nothing but mixed formulas. This is converted formulas. So then E will be getting in mm. We get the value of E in mm. Okay. So now let us substitute. Here G is nothing but dynamic gauge. Dynamic gauge and normal gauge both are different. Okay. So E super elevation at, so I'll write super elevation at equilibrium speed is equal to, okay, the value of G is nothing but 1750 for broad gauge. The value of, this is a standard value, okay, the value of G is nothing but 1750 into V. We are talking about equilibrium speed. So here the speed for calculating equilibrium super elevation as decided by chief engineer is 80 km per hour. So we need to substitute that value. Okay, 80 square by 127 into 875. See, 1750 mm, 80 km per hour square, 127 into 875. Now calculate this value. This is nothing but super elevation at equilibrium speed. Now let us calculate this value. 1750 into 80 into 80 by 127 into 875. Done. 100.78. So I'll round off it to 100.8, which is nothing but 100.8 what mm. This is nothing but super elevation at equilibrium speed, that is nothing but 100.8 mm. Now our next step is to calculate super elevation for maximum sanction speed. Step number 3. For maximum sanction speed. Super elevation for maximum sanction speed. Okay, now once again formula: super elevation at maximum sanction speed is nothing but GV square by 127 R. Again here same G is in mm, V in kilometer per hour, R is in meters. These are nothing but units. We will get super elevation in mm. We will get super elevation in mm. So now let us substitute. G is nothing but, as I have said already, 1750. G is nothing but dynamic gauge. Now V, we are calculating this super elevation at maximum sanction speed. Look at over here, 2-degree broad gauge transition curve on a high speed road with a maximum sanction speed of 110 km per hour. So this speed we need to consider now. 110 square by 127 into 875. That is nothing but radius. So now let us calculate. One 750 into 110 into 110 by 127 into 875. 190.55. Okay, the answer is nothing but 190.55. We will round off this to 190.6. 190.6 mm basically. The answer 190.6 mm. Now let us find the Kant deficiency. We know that what is Kant deficiency? Kant deficiency is nothing but when a train travels with a speed more than the equilibrium speed, then the difference of elevation is nothing but Kant deficiency. Kant deficiency is nothing but super elevation at maximum speed 110 minus super elevation at equilibrium speed. That is nothing but super elevation at 110 is nothing but super elevation at maximum sanction speed is nothing but 190.6 minus super elevation at 80 is nothing but this one 100.8 mm. So now we will calculate the difference. 190.6 minus 100.8, that is nothing but 89.8 mm. Remember this, the maximum value of Kant deficiency is 100 mm. Okay, so hence this value is permissible. We need to write this value is less than the maximum value of Kant deficiency, that is 100 mm. Hence it is acceptable. Hence it is acceptable. Which value is acceptable? This 89.8 mm value is acceptable because the maximum value of Kant deficiency is nothing but 100 mm. This value can't be more than 100 mm. Okay, this value can't be more than 100 mm. So as this 89.8 is less than 100 mm, the above value of Kant deficiency is acceptable. So as we have calculated Kant deficiency is nothing but 89.8 mm. We were in third step. We have got Kant deficiency as 89.8 mm, which is less than 100 mm. Hence this value is acceptable. Okay, now let us calculate the super elevation. Now let us calculate super elevation for goods train with a booked speed of 50 km per hour. Super elevation for booked speed of goods train, that is nothing but super elevation goods train. Once again the same formula, GV square by 127R. This is in mm, G is in mm, V is in kilometer per hour, R is in meters. So this will super elevation will be getting in mm. So the same thing, G is nothing but 1750 into V. What is V over here? What is nothing but super elevation for what is the booked speed of goods train? So let us refer the question once again. Super elevation as decided by chief engineer is 80 km per hour and the booked speed of goods train is nothing but 50 km per hour. So this value we need to consider now, 50 km per hour into 50 square by 127 into R is nothing but 875. We will 1750 into 8 into 50 into 127 into R 875. The value goes to 39.37. Okay, the value is nothing but 37. As 37 is near to 40, we'll round up it to 40. So that is nothing but 39.4 mm super elevation for good strength. Now we need to find out Cant excess. We know that Cant excess is nothing but when the train goes with a speed lower than the equilibrium speed, then Cant excess occurs basically. Then the Cant excess occurs. So Cant excess is nothing but equilibrium speed, elevation, super elevation at equilibrium speed minus super elevation. Super elevation is also denoted by E. Super elevation at 80 km per hour speed minus super elevation for good strength 50 km per hour. What is super elevation for 80 km per hour? See, we have seen over here. Super elevation for equilibrium speed for 80 km, it is nothing but 100.8 minus what is super elevation at 50 km per hour speed, that is nothing but 39.4. Now let us subtract this. 100.8 minus 39.4, 61.4. The value is nothing but 61.4. mm. The maximum value of Cant excess is nothing but 75. Maximum value of Cant excess is 75 mm. Hence, above value is permissible. Above value is permissible. Now let us, this was our fourth step. Now let us go to our fifth step. Fifth step is nothing but calculation of maximum speed or safe speed. Maximum safe speed. The formula for calculating maximum safe speed is nothing but V is equal to under root CA plus CD into R by 13.76. This is nothing but calculation formula for calculating maximum safe speed. That is nothing but V is equal to under root CA plus V is nothing but under root CA plus CD into R. That is nothing. V is nothing but safe speed. CA is nothing but actual Cant. CA is nothing but actual Cant. CD is nothing but Cant deficiency. CD is nothing but Cant deficiency basically. Sorry, 1F. Now R is nothing but radius. Now what all we need to substitute? CA is nothing but actual Kant. See, when Kant excess is under limit and Kant deficiency when Kant excess is under permissible limit and Kant deficiency is also under permissible limit, then actual Kant is nothing but equilibrium Kant, equilibrium super elevation. Kant is nothing but super elevation, Kant, super elevation, these all one and the same. Okay, it can be denoted by CA, it can be denoted by E, it can be denoted by SG and all. Okay, when Kant deficiency and Kant excess are under limit, the actual Kant is nothing but equilibrium speed, super elevation at equilibrium speed. Under what circumstances? When Kant deficiency and Kant, this is nothing but Kant deficiency, it is 89.8 mm, which is less than the maximum value 100 mm, and Kant excess, it is 61.4 mm, which is less than 75 mm. When these two values are okay under the permissible limit, then actual Kant is nothing but super elevation for equilibrium, the super elevation at equilibrium speed, that is nothing but 100.8 mm. So here we will take value of CA as 1, what it is, 100.8 mm. CD is nothing but, what is CD? 89.8 mm. R is nothing but 875 meters. Okay, this all we need to substitute in the formula. Safe speed V, that is nothing but safe speed, maximum safe speed, under root CA plus CD into R by 13.76. so CA is nothing but 100.8 plus CD is nothing but 89.8 into R 875 by 13.76. Okay, now let us see what is the value. First of all, under root, then this, what it is, bracket open, 100.8 plus 89.8 into 875, okay, divided by 13.76. it is nothing but 110.09. so let us round it to 110.109. will round it up to 1 kilometer per hour. This is nothing but maximum safe speed, V basically. Now what we need to find? Maximum permissible speed. Maximum speed is least of the following. That is first one, maximum sanctioned speed. It is given in question. Maximum sanctioned speed of 110 maximum sanctioned speed of 110 kilometer per hour. So maximum sanctioned speed is 110 kilometer per hour. Second one, maximum safe speed. Is nothing but maximum safe speed is 110.1 kilometer per hour. So maximum permissible speed is least of the following, least of these two. Therefore least of these two is nothing but this. Maximum permissible speed is 110 km/h. This is the thing. Now let us recheck the problem. See, once again go towards that numerical problem. The first one is calculate the super elevation. The question says is the calculate the super elevation, and the MPS is nothing but maximum permissible speed for a 2-degree transition curve on a high speed route with a maximum sanctioned speed of 110 km/h. The speed for calculating equilibrium super elevation as decided by chief engineer is 80 km/h and the booked speed of goods train is 50 km/h. Okay, so solution. We'll start with given data. The given data here, the degree of curve is nothing but the degree of curve. The value for degree of curve is nothing but 2-degree broad gauge curve. It is given over here, 2-degree broad gauge transition curve. So we need to find radius. The relationship between radius and degree is nothing but radius is equal to 1750 by d. Here d is nothing but degree. So 1750 by 2, that is nothing but 875 meters. The radius is always, the radius is in meters. Okay, 875 meters. Now second step is to calculate super elevation for equilibrium speed. Here the equilibrium speed has given. Calculating equilibrium super elevation as decided by chief engineer is 80 km/h. So this 80 km/h becomes our equilibrium speed. So we need to calculate super elevation for equilibrium speed. The formula for super elevation is nothing but GV square by 127R. GV square by 127R. Here G is nothing but dynamic gauge. Normal gauge is different from dynamic gauge. Okay, here capital G means dynamic gauge. G into V. V is nothing but velocity by 127 R. R is nothing but radius. Here radius has to be substituted in meters, velocity has to be substituted in km/h, and this dynamic gauge G should be substituted in mm. So I'll get super elevation value in mm. This is the converted formula. Please don't confuse over here how by substituting meters, km/h, mm, we are getting answer in mm. See 125, here the constant is there. So this is the nothing but converted formula. Don't get confused over here. So super elevation and equilibrium speed, that is nothing but 80 km/h is nothing but 1750 into 80 square by 127 into 875. The answer is 100.8 mm. Okay, now let us move to third step. Third step is nothing but calculation of super elevation for maximum sanction speed. It is already given. High speed route with a maximum sanction speed of 110 km/h. 110 km/h is our maximum sanction speed. So again super elevation, same formula, G into V square by 127R. As we know that G for broad gauge, dynamic gauge for broad gauge is nothing but the value stands for 1750. 1750 into 110 square by 127 into 875. The value stands to 190.6 mm. This value stands for 190.6 mm. Okay, 190.6 mm. Now we need to find out Carnot efficiency. Carnot efficiency is nothing but, see, when a train travels with a speed greater than the equilibrium speed, that difference in super elevation which occurs is nothing but Carnot efficiency. Carnot efficiency, how we need to find out? Maximum speed is nothing but 110 km/h. So super elevation at 110 km/h minus super elevation at equilibrium speed, which is nothing but 80 km/h. Super elevation for 110 km/h is 190.6. 190.6 minus super elevation for 80 km per speed is nothing but 100.8 mm. So 100.8 mm. The value stands for 89.8 mm. Okay. So the maximum value of Kant deficiency should not be the maximum value of Kant deficiency is 100 mm. So whatever value of this Kant deficiency you get, it should be limited to 100 mm. As we have got the value less than 100 mm, so this value is accepted and it is permissible. Okay. Now let us move to next. We have completed third step. Now let us go to fourth step. Basically, fourth step is nothing but calculation of super elevation for a booked speed of goods train. Okay, it is already given in question that booked speed of goods train is nothing but 50 km per hour. So we will calculate super elevation for 50 km per hour. Super elevation for goods train, that is same formula, gv square by 127 r. Here the v is nothing but 50, 1750 into 50 square by 127 into 875. It stands for 39.4 mm. Okay. Now Kant excess. As we know, we have seen that Kant deficiency is nothing but when a train travels with a speed greater than the equilibrium speed, Kant deficiency occurs. When a speed of the train is lower than the equilibrium speed, then Kant excess occurs. So Kant excess is nothing but equilibrium speed 80 minus goods speed is nothing but 50. Super elevation for equilibrium speed is nothing but we have seen 100.8 mm. 100.8 minus super elevation for 50 km per hour is nothing but 39.4. So this value has to be substituted, 39.4. The value stands to 61.4 mm. This again, the maximum value of Kant efficiency, Kant excess should not be greater than 75 mm. So as this value is less than 75 mm, this value is accepted and it is permissible. If the Kant excess value is more than 75, it has to be limited to 75. Next, we need to calculate maximum safe speed. The formula for calculation of maximum safe speed is nothing but v is equal to under root CA plus CD into R by 13.76. Okay. The value for maximum safe speed is v is equal to under root CA plus CD into R by 13 under root CA plus D into R by 13.76, where V is nothing but maximum safe speed. CA, here the CA is nothing but actual Kant, CD is nothing but Kant deficiency, R is radius. So what should be the value of actual Kant? As I have explained it earlier also, if the Kant deficiency is under 100 mm limit and if this Kant excess is under 75 mm limit, this super elevation for equilibrium speed becomes actual Kant. Okay. If Kant deficiency, if the Kant deficiency 89.8 mm, which is less than 100 mm, if this falls under limit and if Kant excess falls under limit, okay. So what is actual Kant? Actual Kant is nothing but super elevation for equilibrium speed, which is nothing but 100.8 mm. This is only on one condition, that what is the condition? Kant deficiency should be under limits and Kant excess should be under limits. Then only this exact value, super elevation for equilibrium speed, becomes actual Kant. So here we have taken the value of CA, actual Kant is nothing but equilibrium speed, super elevation for equilibrium speed, which is nothing but 100.8 mm, CD is nothing but 89.8 mm, R, which is nothing but radius 875 meters. Okay. Now the formula for maximum safe speed will get in kilometer per hour. To get this value in kilometer per hour, CA should be substituted in mm, CD should be substituted in mm, R should be substituted in meters. Okay. CA 100.8 plus 89.8 into 875 by 13.76. This maximum safe speed stands to 110.1 kilometer per hour. This value stands to 110.1 kilometer per hour. As we know that maximum permissible speed is least of the following. it is the least of the two, that is nothing but maximum sanction speed and maximum safe speed. This value maximum sanction speed, where we are getting it from question. In question it is already given that maximum sanction speed of 110 km/h. So this value will be taking here, directly we are writing here maximum sanction speed is nothing but 110 km/h. This maximum safe speed, this we are getting from this formula, we have got it from this formula, 110.1 km/h, 110.1 km. The least value of this 110 and 110.1 is nothing but 110 km/h. Therefore maximum permissible speed is 110 km/h. And actual can't, super elevation provided. What is the super elevation provided? Super elevation provided is, what is the super elevation provided? What we have used in CA, 100.8 mm, 100.8 mm, 100.8 mm, which is, if we round it off to nearest thing, 100 mm. So this is the question. This can be asked either for 5 marks or either for 10 marks. We don't know about this. What maximum there is a chances asking this problem. So we have seen that problem. The variations which can be done in this problem, that can be in the university exams, or we can't say that the same problem with same numericals can reflect in your question papers. The modifications which can be done, which a paper evaluator can do, is nothing but this degree can be changed. This degree can be changed to 3 degree, 1 degree. If this changed to 3 degree, how this value, or if this changed to 1 degree, we'll see this what the changes in another problem. How if this 2 degree changes to 3 degree, or how if this 2 degree changes to 1 degree, what all parameters get changed. We'll look into this. So this if an evaluator wants to set a different question on the same topic, this degree can be changed. 2 degree broad gauge transition curve can be converted to 3 degree broad gauge transition curve, or 1 degree broad gauge transition curve. Rest the maximum chances of the question to remain same is more. This 110 km/h, equilibrium speed 80 km/h, book strain 50 km/h. These parameters generally are the same, 80, 50, 110. So an evaluator won't be changing this parameters, generally speed parameters, but the evaluator can change this degree. Basically it can be changed to 1 degree, 2 we have already done, 3 degree. Let us see one more problem in which if this degree changes, how this Kahn deficiency, whether this Kahn deficiency fall under this 100 mm limit or not. If this won't fall under this 100 mm limit, what modifications has to be done, how it has to be limited to 100 mm. So if this gets limited to 100 mm, what happens, and whether this can't excess fall under the 75 mm limit. This all depends upon this degree. If this 2 degrees change to 3 degree or 1 degree, these parameters may change. Kahn deficiency may not come under this 100 mm limit, or this Kahn excess may not come under this 75 mm limit. So if they do not come under this limit, the value of actual Kahn get changes. Okay, this all are the parameters which has to how this parameters changes. See in next video, or in the next problem which will be solving. Okay. The maximum things will be same. So let us see another problem.